disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Williams looking for a man. Finds his man. It's Parker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on second down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. No return coming, he'll call for the fair catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Freeman. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to buy time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on third down. He might want another play. Williams will pass. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The Cyclones are rolling down the field. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Williams looking for a man. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over UCF. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Wide open downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Quick spin on the run. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year.
Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Iowa State's offense will go to work first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And the Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Cyclones can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for space, it's Lee. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. At midfield, he's got room. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Williams will pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have successes.
He's going for the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas Tech's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number one, and they give up a sack on play two.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
They came ready to play, guys. Offense goes right down the field on their first drive to score a touchdown. Now their defense is playing lights out. Second sack of this opening drive. And one thing this coach does a great job of, he gets his team ready to go, and you're seeing it here on the big stage.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Offense in a split backfield. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Parker. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Here's the handoff. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Cyclones trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Williams looking for a man. A little screen to the running back. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cyclones! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Cyclones can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The offense changing the play. Williams will pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hilton. Touchdown, Iowa State! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to the back. On the move at the 30. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Hunt is on its way. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Power football with the run. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Let's talk for a second about Iowa State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but
going over the top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Got out of trouble and throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Iowa State sending the offense back out. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He has the first and still on his feet. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Cyclones decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man on the left. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. To the air on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're dealing with a second and long. Running the red zone. It's Jackson. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by a field goal over Charlotte. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the grab. It's McCaffrey. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. And the Red Raiders with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They get to the line quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Pulls it in down the middle. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Handoff from the shotgun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And this offense has been the story through two quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency. The O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Red Raiders will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go. Offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Red pass, it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, set.
They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Great job by the defense. Fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires downfield. Got his man on the right. That's not quite enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was turning it on. Picks up the first down. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised.
And the Heat will get home. And the quarterback goes down at the 17. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle.
35.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams will pass. Dances away to buy time. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down marker.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just...
There he goes! Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give on the option. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your...
Unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're... seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cyclones! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Cyclones come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Fighting off the defender. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
That last score sort of like the finishing touch on a great meal, as they are oh so close to tasting victory and getting ready to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it down the middle.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The DBs will back off a bit. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Throws toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. And this is exactly the start that they'd envisioned. Get out of the gate, go 3-0, start to make your mark on this season.
They just got to keep riding the momentum. This team has looked so good so early this year, and nothing seems to faze them at all. David, very, very confident bunch moving forward.
Dang right, I'm confident in what I see. Good start, good team. You could tell they got something special. I know it's early, and there's a lot of time to come down the road, but so far this definitely looks like one of the best teams in college football.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.